Study Session 4, Components of Social Casework. Introduction. Social casework embodies four essential components that are interrelated with each other. This interrelatedness of the components borders on relationship, which is essential in social work practice. These four essential components are: 1. The person. 2. The problem. 3. The place. 4. The process. These components are generally referred to as the 4 Ps. Objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to define the 4 Ps and 2. Explain fully the components of social casework. 3. What are the essential components of social casework? 4. State the relevance of each of these components to social work practice. 1. The person. The person in this context is the client. This client may be a man, woman, or child. The person is the client who requires help from social worker in some aspect of his or her social emotional stability. The person is the center of social work practice. The focus of social work is the restoration to social functioning of all clients. 2. The problem. The problem is the issue that has destabilized the person. The problem has prevented the person from performing socially, psychologically, in relation to the societal expectation. The problem arises from some need of obstacle or accumulation of frustration or maladjustment, and sometimes all this together. Ojeshino, 2000. 3. The place. The place in the sense of social work profession refers to social service agency or social service department. The examples of these are Ministry of Social Welfare and Medical Social Service Department. The place is a specialized social service agency of some kind of human welfare. The place may be for health, which means that the agency in this regard has its focus on health matters. There are others for family, juvenile, rehabilitative matters. The place is to help individuals with the particular social problems caused by faulty person to person, person to group, or person to situation relationships. Here, the agency's purpose and functions come to life in the person and professional performance of the caseworker. Ojeshino, 2000. 4. The process may simply be referred to as the methods. These are steps or approaches in social casework. The process consists of a series of problem-solving operations carried on within a meaningful relationship. The caseworker must understand the nature of the person who is the client, the kind of his or her problem, and the kind of the place which contains the problem-solving means. The process is always viewed and analyzed to derive its best approach to problem solving. Process, problem, person, place. The 4 Ps and their interrelatedness. Figure 1 shows the relationship among the 4 essential components. The problem a person, client, had is related to both the place, which is the agency that will render service, and the process, which is the approach or method. Still, the process method depends on the agency, which is the place. The method to be employed also depends on the problem. Usually, it is the problem that will dictate the necessary process and place to go. Casework is an active problem-solving approach in social work practice. A person beset by a problem seeks help from a place, either a social agency or some other social institution, and is proffered such help by a professional social workers who uses a process which simultaneously engages and enhances the person's own problem-solving resources. It must be clear that each social agency or each social work section of another type of welfare agency, such as a hospital, is set up to meet certain kinds of human agency. Child guidance clinic, family service agency, public assistance department, etc. Sometimes the purpose of an agency is specific and limited, and sometimes the purpose is more general, such as family and child welfare agency, where any problem which arises in family life might be considered for service. For the process, casework is essentially one of the problem-solving procedures. It must be emphasized that social casework does not resolve all problems brought to it. It also does not mean that the caseworker bases his knowledge and skills on casework process. It is an idea, a vehicle that leads to problem solving. Study session summary. There are 4 essential components of social casework, which are the person, the problem, the place, and the process. The person in this context is the client, the man, woman with a social problem, who requires the services of a social worker or caseworker in meeting his or her needs or solving the problem. The problem is that issue or condition that is destabilizing or has destabilized the person, client. This problem may be social, psychological, or even medical. This problem leads the client to frustration and maladjustment, thereby impeding on the client's social functioning. The place is the agency. The agency determines type of social services being rendered. The agency with health as its focus will render services that are health related. Likewise, family welfare agency will work with family on issues affecting the family, such as child welfare, separation, lack of care of the children by parent or parents, etc. This is what is called agency function. The process may be said to be the method being employed by qualified social workers. The process is the approach, and the success of casework is principally based on these 4 essential components: the person, the problem, the place, and the process. End of study session 4. Thank you for listening.